Did you know that when you awaken onto your spiritual path that you have hidden powers, that when you tap into these hidden powers you connect with your true ultimate self? Now today I'm going to be sharing with you what power is, how to identify false power into human and spiritual energy, and lastly, how to be aware of your internal power and other people's internal powers. What is going on, awakened ones? Welcome to another episode on the love of wisdom. If you're new to this channel, my name is Brittany, and what I do is I assist people in awakening to their power to find the infinite love within. On this channel, I speak about metaphysics, spirituality, and self-development. So if you like content like this, watch this video to the end, but also already smack that like button, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Instagram for daily upliftment for your embetterment. But until then, let's get rolling into this topic that I'm excited to share. I feel compelled to share this since I'm experiencing this on my spiritual path right at this very moment, and I felt compelled to share this message with you so you could be more open and deliberate on how you're learning to develop yourself as a spiritual being. But now let's jump right into this. Do you know that you have hidden powers? Now, what do I mean by this? Now, there's a lot of gurus. You probably heard of them, gurus, Buddhists, a lot of spiritual teachers and guides back in the days that even nowadays have these power of, levitation, supernatural abilities. Now, what's amazing is that we all have these abilities tapped into us already, but we have forgotten our true elements as a spiritual being residing in a human body. Now, let's jump right into what is power. Power is the fact of someone knowing their true individuality. That's what power is. Power is mastery of yourself. That's what true power is. Now, I want to assist you in identifying what false power is. Because since we're so into this 3D matrix, into the physicality of what society has told us to believe in, and we're so materialistic, and we're so entwined with this concept of physicality, of what we, through our senses of smelling, tasting, touching, and hearing, and seeing at that. But what false power is the identity of trying to define yourself as something better than everything outside of you. Now, as you can tell, we have politics, we have people who are judgmental, we have some false spiritual gurus that tell you this is wrong and this is right. Now, the reason why I want to explain this to you is because I want you to identify what true power is and what false power is. Like, a lot of people, this is only from my perspective, and I have discussed this with a lot of people who resonate with my perspective, is people who think they have a certain title in this physical life, as in being a cop, being higher up in a business. They have these certain badges that label them, and they think that's their power. That's false power. Or people who think they're better than other people, it's false power. Or people who think who have more money than other people, that's false power. People who think, let me get in depth in that. People who perceive themselves as having more money think they're better than everyone else. That's false power. Because people who take things in their outer world to identify themselves and label themselves are the ones who really do not know what power truly is. And those are the people who are a little, how can I say this? Not being judgmental, but I'm just being realistic. They're a little arrogant. They're very self-absorbent. They're very hateful. And they're very just only in their sense of I, me, myself. Nothing else. Just nothing but selfishness and egotisticness. Now, when you can identify that, you can really come from a state of awareness. And within this awareness, you won't react You'll just respond to how they are with no judgment, just unconditional love. Alchemy is so important in the identification of your spiritual path, because alchemy is taking everything that you can perceive on the physical world into harmonizing with nothing but unconditional love, because it's meant to be here. If it wasn't meant to be here, it wouldn't be here, but it is here. So we have to learn to identify things with pure awareness and unconditional love. Now, let's get to the last part. Now, how can you identify that you have a hidden power, and how you can identify this in other people? Now, I'm going to give you an example of my hidden powers. I have the powers of telepathic, clairvoyance, meaning that I can sense things that most people can't. I can sense when someone's lying. I can sense when someone's using me. I can sense when someone's manipulating me. I can sense when someone doesn't have pure intentions. And mostly, I can really see beyond the physical. I can see auras. I can see sparkles in that, in midair. I can daydream and visualize on point. I can know when my angels are around me. I can know when guides are around me. I can see when someone has a certain energy on them that I don't like that vibe. And I can see when someone has a good aura on them, knowing that it resonates with my vibe. And not only that, I have the tendency to be able to speak to people like through my mind, to the point I can finish their sentences. I can understand them on point by being very empathetic. Now, your superpower could be forgiveness. It could be the power of discernment. And not only that, it could be the power of forgiving to the point you can let go easier than most people. That's why you could probably manifest quicker than most people. Now, I'm saying all of this because we all have these potential abilities within us if we tap into our spiritual higher selves. And all of us we're at a certain level in these. We're not in competition. We're all just, understanding who we are beyond the physical matter. And in doing this, you really would be more connected with divine. You'll be more connected with your true self, to the point that you'll walk through life with pure confidence and intentions of who you are as a creator. And when you do this, you lead by example. And not only that, you'll be your own inspiration and your own true hero. And what's beautiful about understanding your hidden power is that you'll be able to see the potential in everyone else. But you will have the power of discernment to do so, because you're so deliberately aware of who you are that you'll be deliberately aware of your surroundings and everyone else. So how would you be able to be aware of your hidden power? Start listening to your inner voice. Start listening to your guides. What I mean by your guides, your inner voice, your intuition. I want to explain this. The hugest brain in our body is in our stomach. That's the intuitive mind. And then it's the heart, and then it's the logical mind. If you can listen to your inner voice, guiding you, telling you, don't do this, do this, get excited about this, and go forth to that excitement, onto that path, and it'll lead you to where you want to be. Listen to what your heart and your intuition is telling you. Because when you do this, you'll get more connected with who you are internally, to the point that you'll be able to analyze yourself more rather than analyzing the outside. Because you'll awaken to the true understanding that what really lies within reflects on the outer world. So you'll do everything to develop yourself, to learn about yourself, to unprogram things and reprogram who you truly are. And then you'll start to really realize what enlightenment's really about. You'll start to learn who you truly are, and you'll start to embody the fact of remembering why you came here on earth, who you are, and what is your purpose in life. So give yourself the ability to listen to yourself, listen to your inner voice, and understand that you have guides, you have angels, and you are a part of this whole consciousness, and you are one with divine, and divine lives within you. But you have to be open and in a state of allowance to be able to really give yourself the ability to commit to your spirit, to commit to your intuition. And then you will realize that you have hidden powers. And there's more of hidden powers. There's a power of faith. There's a lot of people I know who are so in tune with their faith that good things just come to them. Like they just know that everything works in their favor. There's just powers of me. I have the power of healing through my words. I have the power of really just getting into someone's mind and understanding them on point, to the point that I've even had a girl tell me when I explained to her that she had a creative block. And then I explained to her, like, you know, certain points of why she has a creative block. And she looked at me, she's like, I think you're my savior. And I'm like, whoa. Like, I have the power to heal through my touch and through my words and even through a look. So when you understand that you're more than this physical aspect, you will understand that you have a hidden power that could be so beneficial for this world. And not only that, when you tap into this inner power, you'll be so grounded in yourself that you would not allow anything to disrupt that alignment. And not only that, when you are in alignment with who you truly are, you'll be able to see other people for who they truly are. And then even if those people don't see who they truly are, you can move on to the next person, and that person can probably be so connected with who they are that they're in alignment, to the point you guys immerse into that beautiful energy, to the point that you guys can create something together, not just romantically, but something in a way that's going to be beneficial for this world. And that's the beauty about understanding and getting in tune with yourself and understanding your hidden powers, because you'll become true with yourself and so in alignment that you'll be able to see the truth within this life that you're experiencing. And that's the beautiful part about walking your spiritual path. But that was my message for today that I felt compelled to share with you. If you found this beneficial for you, especially if people think you're crazy because you see beyond the physical, you're not crazy. You are who you are, and express that fully, because it's needed and it's beautiful. And if it wasn't needed, you wouldn't be here, but you are here. So start expressing that more and understand that you are not alone, because I get you, I understand you, and I adore you. But if you enjoyed this content in this video, smack that like button, like I said, and also there'll be a little picture that pops up of me, of my face, that if you click on it, you subscribe immediately to this channel. And also hit that notification button so you get daily videos from me. And follow me on Instagram as well, as I just serve you so you can serve yourself. But until then, I'll see you on the next one, you guys. With bliss and love, I adore you. Namaste.